All right, welcome to Hollywood Ways.
Welcome back.
Welcome, Breezy, Kevin Connolly. Guys, I got quandaries and I got problems. I've been suspended on Instagram.
Shadow banned.
And Breezy doesn't really care, but I care. So
It's not that I don't care. I just don't understand it. I don't understand what happens. Why does Instagram remove pages? Why do they silence people? I don't get it.
I don't know, but we really got to talk about this. So we were supposed to talk about waiting to exhale, but I can't even breathe because the only way I can promote is to have this little tool, and they've decided to silence me, like, for nothing.
I'm just hoping that this isn't a way of you getting out of watch and waiting to exhale.
Doug's been waiting to exhale, but he can't.
Yeah. But I'm just hoping that this isn't that.
I'm waiting to post. And by the way, there's people who think I'm dead. There's people like who just don't understand what happened to me. Like I've just evaporated.
Okay, so walk us through it. What happened?
All right. Well, the first thing happened, I got this warning last week. So I posted a pickleball video. I don't, Breezy, as well as she knows me, she doesn't know I play professional sports on the side. And I play this sport pickleball, which is very big in Hollywood.
You're not a professional pickleball player?
I could be. So anyway, just hold on a second. All right. So I post one of my pickleball videos, which is extremely athletic for a 53-year-old man. And we're going to talk about how I'm trying to hang with the younger people like you. And I posted, and Scott Benner, my brilliant music supervisor from Entourage, posts some nasty shit about my game. And I wrote back, I can beat you with my phone. I don't even need a paddle. Something to that effect. It's a joke. Good, bad,
well,
whatever.
Clearly you're saying in place of a paddle, you would use your phone.
Right.
So an algorithm picked up you threatening to beat him
with a
phone.
Right.
And you got flagged.
I got a warning. All of a sudden I got a warning, which I kind of ignored, like, ha, ha, ha.
What does the warning say?
It said something like I violated Instagram things, which it's not the first time I've gotten that.
No.
But by the way, what's really funny is Connolly, there's nobody more aggressive as Connolly on Instagram.
Make this about me.
And
my account's working fine. Good.
I mean, but this is really scary because it's what a lot of people are talking about. Dave Chappelle is getting hit right now for some of his stuff on Netflix, which you could weigh in what you think about his comedy. My feeling is if you don't like it, don't watch it. The guy's a fucking genius. I'm not comparing myself to that or my joke to Scott Venner. But then what happened is someone said something nasty to me. They abused me in some way, and I responded, and I don't know exactly what I said, but all of a sudden, it just started spinning and my account was gone.
I have a question. Does Instagram, if you say something verbally, like physically in a video, does it flag you, or is it only when you type in a caption or a comment?
I think it's typed, which leads me to believe, based on nothing.
Got it.
Video content too.
Because I mean, to your point, as you said the other night, like you people do way more on video. There's murders on Instagram.
There's murders on Instagram, but are you saying they do?
I'm saying that there is an algorithm. It is not a person. There is an algorithm that has flagged your account for whatever reason.
Right.
Whether it's audio, video, and then a person. This is just my guess. Then a person probably reviews the account.
What's so interesting about this is Jake Steinberg, who Connolly knows, who got DK Metcalf, the amazing receiver for the Seahawks, on our other podcast, Victory the Podcast. He was my friend's son, and he wanted to be in sports. And I know this kid since he's 11. And when he was at Wisconsin, he started grinding, getting into sports. Now he's at CAA. Anyway, he was one who saw me get flagged, and he's like, I'm getting into this. So he's been communicating with Instagram, but so far, there's no recourse. And
so they haven't said anything.
They said a mild thing, we don't accept threats or this or that. I haven't threatened anyone, as Connolly can tell you.
Well, let me just say this too, and this is not a political statement at all, but if they can deplatform the president of the United States, they'll deplatform your ass in a heartbeat.
That's what I said. That they literally, and that wasn't just Facebook, that was Twitter as well.
Yep,
they took Trump off of it.
I understand that.
Are you spreading misinformation, Doug?
Well, do you know what they took down from me once? I put a thing during COVID, which is a joke. It was like a picture of beaches packed during the early days of COVID, and it said, Arizona beaches are packed during COVID. So I wrote, this is a disgrace. And everybody except Instagram got that it was a joke because there are no fucking beaches in Arizona, okay? But all of a sudden they flagged me for spreading misinformation. And I'm like, so these are, I didn't do anything. And again, I'm not getting political on this show. I didn't threaten anybody. I might have told someone.
You're not necessarily nice, but that doesn't mean you threatened anybody.
Yeah, no, it's part of my shtick. By the way, I communicate with the haters. Shtick.
Breezy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it possible? And honestly, like I'm really trying to wrap my head around this because I know what you were. I saw the pickleball thing. I know why you got flagged. Could this have anything to do with Showtime?
All right, so Connolly
that was honestly what I thought.
So that would be such a conspiracy, which, someone said it might be. So anyway, I said, just so we're clear, let me be nice as I can about this. I didn't say that I was plagiarized from in the Billions Showtime show. I said I came up with a show about hedge funds. I hired the guys who created Billions to write it. They wrote a script, and then I put them together with the other guy that they created it with. There's nothing to talk about. There's no debate, and I had some asshole writer that they must have paid wrote something really nasty.
See, you can't say things like that.
Yeah, I can say whatever I want. That's the beauty of my life.
But I'm saying, Instagram, they might take
I don't believe that happened. I believe they think I did something to somebody. Number one, I didn't, but also what I want to say is from now on, you could call me, which they have. You can call me a dirty Jew. You can tell me I'm a shitty writer, and all I'm going to ever write back to anybody is, I'm sorry that you're sad. That's it. So I'm going to be the kinder, gentler Doug. But I need this count back.
Apologizing to Instagram?
I am not apologizing at all. I think it's disgusting what they're doing. You and I know, Kevin, we had, and I love 50 Cent, but we have a guy that 50 Cent threatened to kill on Instagram, and I was like, holy shit, is he going to go to jail for this? And he's still got a nice 30 million followers on their thing. So anyone who could help me out here, it's. I feel like they took my voice box. You know what I mean? Like I can't. Collie doesn't even care because he doesn't even use his Instagram.
I know how devastating it is for you. Listen, I'd be annoyed too. I don't blame you.
We have to get his Instagram back. We're taking a real hit here.
Yeah,
it's me. I'm trying to find some stuff to talk about. What else do you want to talk about? Anyone got anything?
He's usually amped up. It's like, what?
I was amped up.
I'm upset.
I don't know
I'm
what
going to contact
about.
Instagram.
I've fucked up. I talked about the wrong thing, so I'm trying to figure out what we can talk about.
Let's get into the Chappelle of it. How about that?
I think we need a pre-meeting before we start going.
I thought Netflix was removing that thing, but I'm glad they're not.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they did that. But
they just put out something saying that they're not.
Right.
They're not.
You didn't see it though, right?
I didn't see it yet.
Will you watch it?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Dave Chappelle's a fan of mine, and every time I see him, he's cool, and he shows a lot of love to me, so I have no reason to dislike him.
Right. Well, I'd love to hear when you see it if it offends you or not, but I mean...
It won't.
I think the point of what he was saying was that, at the risk of oversimplifying it, what you said, are actions stronger than words? Right? Words can get you in more trouble. All he's saying is words can get you in more trouble these days than actual actions.
I think nowadays every I don't even know what to call it, but every different type of person in the world now has a voice that they never had. You get what I'm saying? So things that could have been, you could have gotten away with in the 90s and the 2000s, you can't get away with it now.
Yeah.
You say one wrong thing that hurts anyone's feelings, your ass is up in flames.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they can't cancel Dave Chappelle, So, I mean, even if they took him off Netflix.
I don't think you can actually cancel anyone.
You can, and they do.
You have
a lot
to have a
of
job
people.
to get canceled.
Yeah.
Say it again?
You have to have a job to get canceled. You have to have something, Chris D'Elia got canceled.
Yeah,
Right?
If you
Now, when you say canceled, is this saying Hollywood will never hire you again?
Well, we don't know forever, but like Roseanne was making probably $1 million a week, and she said some racist stuff on Twitter, and they threw her off the show.
She supported Trump on Twitter, right?
It wasn't that. She said something racist. She called a black woman who works at the White House something offensive, and they threw her off the show. So that's canceled. Now, again, it's what's the line and what is it? Dave Chappelle was doing stand-up comedy. He was making a point. He was talking about different things like the baby, like why is everyone upset now that he said some bad stuff about gay people, but before he shot someone and nobody got upset about that.
I'm not laughing, but he killed somebody in a Walmart, right?
Yeah. Well, he was defending himself, so I don't think that was
right.
That wasn't and he had his daughter with him at the time, from what I know. So I think he did what any man would have did with a young child with him.
So I'm not even saying, I don't know. Everything I see, I guess it's like, politics, but Governor Cuomo, They said he killed a lot of old people and nobody did anything. But as soon as they said he sexually harassed some people, he was out as the governor of New York. So
why do you think that is now?
Because
Is it because of the Me Too movement?
I think there's a group of very loud, vocal people who are deciding what are the worst sins that somebody can do.
Well, I honestly think, like I said, it's just that these certain groups of people now have louder voices that they once didn't have. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I think just like any crime, investigate it, trial, handle it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really up to the people because there's so many people that we see that do things or get away with it. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't even like to play that game. Like, I don't even like to get involved in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Hollywood, okay? There's so much stuff that goes on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you got to let people do their art and then the audience gets to judge it. I don't know.
I mean, did Netflix put something out saying, forget it, we're not taking it down? Did they do that?
Yeah, I just seen it like this morning. That,
said,
you know,
like-
because I think there was like questions back and forth about what Netflix was going to do about all the talk around it. And they were like, we're not taking it down. So it's still available to see on Netflix.
All right. So
Well, I
everybody
mean, you
check
could
it
look
out,
at a
see
lot
what
of
they-
different stand-up comedians.
Like
and some of the stuff that they say. I mean,
But I thought that was their job.
The job to me, all art, is to push the envelope. That's what it's
Yeah.
there for. And, you know, and sometimes maybe you go too far and maybe you offend somebody and those people can turn it off. They cannot watch it. But when they start saying, like, stop people from being able to work and stop people from being, other people being able to see their stuff, I think there's a fine line to that.
So what do you think, both of you, what do you think this says to the up-and-coming people who want to be entertainers and do have an art that they want to share? Is this hey, you gotta tone it down a bit? Can you not be so open? Can you not be authentic? Like, what is this saying?
Well, I think that's what they're trying to say. And throughout the history of the world, that has been what happens in governments. But great artists, I think, hopefully find their way. And I think Chappelle is one of them who knows how to walk the line brilliantly and kind of speak to what's happening in the culture and do it in a way that's both entertaining and kind of enlightening.
Right.
So I think that that's what people have to do. And I think the ones that, you know, again, like I'm talking to someone who just got deplatformed for nothing. So obviously it's a concern because they're trying to stop you. But that is a private company. Instagram is a private company. So they have the right to do whatever they want. In my opinion, though, they just need to be even-handed and let people know what the rules are. This is what it is. If you do this, you will be gone. I don't think they can, you know, kind of interpret what you were trying to say or what you're saying.
Do you
So-
think anyone has ever read the terms and conditions of Instagram?
No, and I think people have seen stuff on Instagram that's so insane that
we're
doesn't
like,
get
I'm not
taken
doing
down.
nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, I'm one of
Do you have-
those.
Do you have an idea of, because a lot of people, like I know Rappaport's been suspended a few times.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rappaport's been suspended a few times. People get suspended. I mean, do you have any idea? Like, are you
I don't know.
President Trump?
I don't know what level I'm at of like what red alert I provoked in people. I'm not sure. But
Stock Tip Dave just said 29 days is the usual suspension.
is that true? Do you have information on that? And but they haven't even given me an answer that that's what's happening. So like,
Well, that's what.
because then I could have a countdown to it.
20 days. How long has it been now?
29
So
days.
4 days?
Or 30 days. I know they work in 30-day cycles because like when you have to apply for the blue check, you can only do it once every 30 days.
I mean, I got a message back from them. Nobody said, look, you're down for 30 days. There's nothing to talk about it. So I'm like just worried it's gone forever. And you
I don't
know,
think it's gone forever.
yeah, I hope not. Again, there's nothing I did that was that bad. So
Well, hopefully what you're saying is right. And
Well, they
What?
should tell them that, right? They should say like, yo, you're suspended for 30 days.
I mean,
Like,
look at how many users are on that platform. That's got to be like an automated message going out, right? I mean,
no, I got a real person that
Dave's looking at something and it says so Doug's already passed that. Depending on the severity of your actions,
Right.
It can be between 24 and 48 hours, which is elapsed. Yeah,
Oh, so I'm like in the yellow zone at least.
yeah. You might be
at the 30 day.
You know what the biggest worry I have is? Because I know what happened was somebody said something nasty and I was typing like fast.
Thunder thumbs.
Like, what if I accidentally wrote something that, for real, I'm not
right.
trying to defend, believe me, I'm not trying to like set myself up to be innocent. But what if you typed the wrong word? Or what if autocorrect did something and fucked me up? That could be a problem too.
I don't know. I've actually typed a comment on Instagram without being vulgar or doing anything, and it would not post. So I don't even know what I said, but it was something stupid.
Me too. Like I've tried to say a couple things and something popped up. I'm like, I don't know how that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
something
unable-
popped up and said you violated guidelines, correct? 'Cause-
Right.
No,
Like, I
mine
tried
popped
to-
up and said unable to post comment or
Yeah,
something
like
like
I was
that.
like, I called somebody a dummy or something. I
Yeah.
said, oh, you're such a dummy.
So there's
Called her
gotta
a
be
dummy, and then
tags.
something popped up. But my thing with you, Doug, is like if they really peeled back the onion on you and looked at some of your DMs, which I don't know if that qualifies as
Is
right.
that an invasion of privacy?
I probably not because it's on a public platform. But there's nothing they could look at that's that bad. And again, I've only responded to people. I've never gone after somebody randomly. I've
Yeah.
responded to people. And again, what I've done is people have said things to me like, "You're a dirty Jew and should burn in an oven." I repost that in my stories and I go, "Look at this animal. Look at what I have to fucking deal with." And I also report that. Do you know how many times I've gotten things like that and I report it to Instagram and they write back, "We've reviewed it and we've found this person has not violated community guidelines." So I can promise you I didn't say anything about someone's race or somebody's sexual preference. I didn't do anything like that. I might have told this guy, "I looked at your," and this is, I'm not allowed to say this. Everyone gets mad at me if I out them, but I got this from Connolly. I might have said I looked at your page and your girlfriend's ugly. And I didn't even look at his page, by the way. I don't even know if he has a girlfriend. For all I know, he was gay and has a boyfriend. But either way.
I said to the guy, I said his dog was ugly. His dog and his icon photo, and I was like, yeah, that dog is ugly.
Now that's low. That's awful.
But it didn't get flagged. Didn't get flagged. But I'm saying, Doug, I honestly think there's more to it. I think it's the Showtime thing. I do. I'm serious.
I don't think Showtime is that powerful, but it'll be interesting to
That was
find
my
out.
first
you know?
thought.
Well,
That was my first.
The timing of it, especially since like it's not like you haven't gone, like whatever, you've been you and just coming on the heels like right after that thing. I don't know. It just feels like a
again,
coincidence to me.
there was really nothing to that thing except for exactly what happened. So I don't think it's that, but it would be interesting. It'd be a great story.
What
'cause
if you
they would
get an
be-
email and they say it's that?
Then it will be in the press.
What are
and
you
that
going to
will
say
be
to
a
me and
problem.
Kevin?
I'm not going to say anything to you and Kevin. I'm going to send it to freaking,
Well, I thought it wasn't, but it was.
Doug's gonna be like, so Kevin, what's going on?
Well, let's put it this way. I would bet a lot of money that's not what it is. But if it is what it was, that would be an interesting story. That Showtime somehow had the power to get involved with my Instagram
Well, the
account.
thing is that you don't have to be big or small to have someone's Instagram account removed. You just have to know someone.
Well, right, exactly.
I've seen it done. It has nothing to do with nothing. I've had people put shit up with me that I'm not going for. Get it out of here.
If it's really bad,
I
mean,
think
you
what
know-
Breezy's saying is it's such a big company, and yeah, you could call the head of
Yeah.
this and the head of that, but all it is knowing the one
You
right
have
person.
to know someone. You have to know someone. Like if I ever have an issue, I have a point of contact that I reach out to. Get that, do that, get that done.
That's what I'm saying. Could it have been
That's why I said-
somebody at Showtime or somebody that just knows the right person and just did that?
I mean, like I said, anything is possible. I don't think that's what it was because it was when I was responding to somebody and I was writing something to the effect of, "You're a loser, you're this, you're that."
Listen, let me tell you. So I got tagged in something the other day, right? That was about maybe in 2013, way before the world knew who I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guy posted a clip of something. He posted a clip of another guy sexually harassing me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, saying some of the illest shit to me. And I said, yo, why did you post this? He was gonna say, oh, as a throwback. I said, take it down. He said, are you asking me or are you telling me? I said, don't even worry about it.
And you got to take it down.
I will have that whole fucking page taken down. I'm just trying to figure out how I feel.
What did they say?
What did who say?
What did they say about you? What was so?
It's
what was
just something
so,
that's 10 years old.
You
that
had
somebody posted. Yeah.
there's nothing funny about a guy literally sitting next to me sexually harassing me.
No.
And I'm not saying like fun and games, we're
Right.
talking shit. I'm talking about he's being very vulgar, telling me what he'll do to his private parts and on me
Right.
and shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but something like that is on Instagram.
Right.
Now,
And-
like I said, this is video and audio. It was not nothing typed in
Right.
a comment. You put like, oh, so and so is shooting his shot at all-American actress Brie. Like,
Right.
Right.
But this is a clear sexual harassment.
Right. So that's, I mean, like I said, that's a different thing that should be flagged by them without you having to do it.
But I watch, it really depends on how you word things. Like, I'll watch people, like, say it's talking about Trump. They won't spell it like Trump.
Right.
They'll replace that first letter of Trump. You get what I'm saying? Or
I do.
if
Totally.
you're using Biden, like they'll replace the first letter. There's certain things that, like he was saying, that algorithm's not going to pick up.
But that's why I say what Connolly said is right. It's an algorithm. An algorithm got me. The first one was clearly a wrong, not a violation. The second one, again, I don't even think I cursed. I think I said something nasty.
Yeah.
Wasn't
But that
it-
might not. I don't know, man. I think it's more what Breezy's saying. I think if you know the right person, piss somebody off. and they
I'm
suspend you for
speaking
30
from
days.
experience, though.
Yeah,
I know
you're
that's what it is.
But you're also saying you know the right person to say someone did something that is really bad. That they're going to take down if you got the right person. I didn't do anything. I posted an article that's all over the world.
But what we're saying is that there's somebody out there who may know somebody.
No, I understand that,
That
but
knows the right person that
Exactly.
pushes a button and does it easily.
But what I'm saying, if somebody had written, "Hey Breezy, I don't think you're very good on All American," and you called up and said, "Hey Instagram, remove this," I'm pretty sure they wouldn't remove it. What they did was extreme, vulgar, and might even be illegal. I don't know. Like there's things, when you're on the internet, and everybody out there should listen to this, because when you're on the internet, it's a federal crime if you're threatening people. If you're out there like threatening to harm people, that's illegal. It's
Right.
not like a maybe. So your social media, what is the purpose of your social media? Tell me how you use it and what you think people can kind of, for them out there, the ones that haven't been suspended, what is a good thing for them to do with it? How does it help you?
Well, my social media is just direct engagement with my fans. That's what I use it for. I'm not really selling products or doing things like that, but I am giving them a real time, so to speak, view into my life, and I pick and choose when I get to do that. But I also am wise enough to know that the internet is not a safe space.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I am not as attached as a lot of people are for that reason.
Right.
Not that I ever cared what anyone said, but it's just like I'm not walking in a room full of bullies.
Right.
I'd rather stay at home. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Just to, engage with fans, be direct, have conversation. There is people that I actually talk to. I go through my DMs, I read messages, I read comments. I don't get a lot of hate. It's like, if I had to guess, it's probably like 0.2%.
Right.
On my page. So
Do you go live?
I do.
And do you feel like you're giving an authentic look at who you are? Is there any type of part of performance of it?
I
or
do,
you-
but I like my live more on Facebook. I mean, which they're ultimately the same company, but I love my Facebook following way more. I think Instagram
I don't
is.
even know there. I don't even use Facebook.
Yeah, when I get on live on Instagram, you're looking at maybe about 500 people watching. When I get on Instagram,
Live?
Facebook, it's a guaranteed million.
1 million
Yeah,
people?
it's a guaranteed million, and I make money going live on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
So, and then my lives are monetized, and there's
Doug's
ads
wheels
in
are
there.
turning. Look at him, Doug's.
But there's ads in there,
I just think it is for everyone out there. When you start to get a following, maximize it. Use
But
it
I
for
also
something,
think you
whatever
have
that
to
purpose
know.
is,
See, you have to know where your playground is. Instagram is very much a millennial space. You're not going to be successful if you're not catering to pop culture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to find your world. Facebook for me is a lot more realistic.
Really?
And they're real fans. Instagram, you do one wrong thing, your page is gone.
Right.
Whatever that may be. People only gonna like it, like you would say, if you post this, it's not gonna get it. That's because that's not what Instagram's for.
Right.
You gotta be able to build, but you get around all these platforms and find what works for you. Because there's a lot of people in this world.
Yeah.
It does not stop with Instagram.
Right.
I like dedicate. I get on Facebook like every night.
So tell me first of all, how did you start going with okay, so what do you think Instagram is for? Like what's the
It is for pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's for gossip. It's for drama. It's for the crimes, the crate challenges. This, you know what I mean? TikTok is for the people who are trying things that they think look cool, like boiling sugar.
And Facebook is more to talk to your people?
Yes, Facebook
Wow.
are the people that want to engage.
I didn't even know you can go live on Facebook. I'm not
Well,
even
you know,
joking.
my Facebook is my only form of social media that's private, right? So everybody that
Well, I
I'm
have a-
friends
I have a
with on
personal-
Facebook, yeah, like
Oh,
then
I
I
see.
have
You
a-
have a fan page.
I have a fan page, so
Oh, I don't
the
even have
people
that.
that come there, they know what they're coming there for. I
Right.
got offered a whole cooking show from cooking on my Facebook Live.
right. But they're coming to be friendly with you. If you
They're
step into
coming to
Instagram,
see
you're
me. See,
stepping
when
into
you-
the arena, right? You're
Exactly.
getting in the octagon.
Exactly, and it's just like it's a Squid Game.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I
you
do.
have to be able to cater to that audience. There's not, I mean, like Facebook is where you can find any age range up at all hours of the night, whether they're watching cooking shows or they're watching people, you know, plant or do DIY, you know, do it yourself, like whatever.
And that Facebook Live is the same thing. People can interact with you because I know we're gonna start.
I watch people on Facebook Live send me money. It's right in my face.
What do you mean send you money?
So they have this thing on Facebook where you can buy stars, right? Or like, yeah, they're called stars. You could buy stars. So it might cost them $10 to get 1,000 stars or 100 stars. But every star they send me, maybe like $3.
That goes to you in your pocket.
I have the invoices.
That's crazy.
like
I-
rich.
you know this? I seriously feel like I'm like learning something I have no idea about. I didn't even know Facebook goes live. I really didn't. I didn't know you do that. So.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, Facebook kind of has it all. It's just it's an original,
Facebook owns
it's original
Instagram,
audience.
right?
Yes, they do, but
Facebook,
it's an
it's all
original
Facebook.
audience.
Yeah.
Facebook's been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's an original audience. I think the space is bigger, but it just depends on what you're going for.
Yeah.
You know, but my engagement, which is something you also have to pay attention to, my engagement is way more active on Facebook. I like Instagram, I could take it or leave it.
Wow. I didn't know.
That's just my opinion, but
All right, I'm learning a little bit of something. So, Conley, I
Doug,
mean, I
you'll
don't
be back.
I don't whatever, but how? I mean, just for the podcast, it's getting out the word. We don't even have a Hollywood Ways, or do we have a Victory the Podcast Facebook? I mean,
We don't.
does anyone operate that? Or
don't.
we can go live on my Facebook and you'll see the engagement and
Right.
you'll be like, oh, okay.
I'm getting it now, so I'm learning everything from Breezy, and that's good. And we'll learn more. We'll get back to talking about some movies and more stuff that can hopefully enlighten and help you. And I guess it doesn't matter that I lost my Instagram because no one gives a shit about it anyway.
It's literally not the end of the world. There's
Yeah.
so much other things that could probably
Yeah.
work more in your favor that where you don't have to be so.
Well, we're going to get into one because Mark Cuban's got a new company, Fireside. We're going to do
Yes.
us. We're going to go
Excited
live.
for that.
And Victory the Podcast is going to go live. And we'll be back next week with another episode. So
Everybody stay safe. Protect your Instagrams at all costs. And
Protect
let's
it
say
all.
a prayer for Doug.
Shadow band.
Ugh.